amazing how the lack of symmetry is, flies very well with one engine out. The dead foot, that engine, you know, works out real well. Very nice. Very nice. Flies like an airplane. Should fly.
Okay, so we're going to look at the CDU now. This is one of the CDUs that our group has been refurbishing. You're going to go ahead and press the power on here through the on-off button. See, the unit comes up, gives us some information. Now we're going to accept. And now we're ready to begin putting in some cursory information before we get into the flight plan. So we're going to look at our fuel button here. And we have some information here showing weights and other things that are pertinent to the airplane's performance. Okay, we're going to move on from this and go on to the flight plan. In this case here we have St. Augustine KSGJ selected, and we're ready to select our departure runway. So we're going to go to menu, and we're going to press depart. We're going to choose our runway. In this case it's going to be runway 31, which is option 6. So we're going to choose number 6. It puts it in the scratch pad over here, and we're going to hit enter. So now we see that we have runway 31 selected for St. Augustine. So now we're ready to go back to the route, and we're going to choose our next waypoint, which in this case we're going to choose Orlando. So we're going to type in the code for Orlando, O-R-L, enter. We want to make sure that we're choosing the correct waypoint. This actually is the correct waypoint, so we're going to go ahead and accept. We're going to choose our next waypoint, which we're going to use Lakeland. That would be LAL. And then we're going to do enter. Then we're going to hit accept. Now we're going to choose our arrival airport, which is going to be Tampa. So we're going to use KTPA. Enter. That is showing Tampa International, so we're going to accept it. And now we're going to choose the arrival runway. So we're going to go to menu. We're going to choose arrive. Now we're going to choose runway 19 left, which is number 4. It puts a 4 in the scratch pad over here. We're going to choose enter. And we're going to choose our arrival. And we'll put in, just for the sake of time, we'll choose number 3, which is the dates for arrival. Puts it in the scratch pad, enter. And we'll use the Orlando transition, which is option 1. Enter. For the ILS 19 left, which is option 1. Enter. Okay. And we're not going to choose a transition. So we're going to go back to the route. And now we can see we have 2 pages of flight plan. We can go to the previous button here, which shows us the rest of the route. So now we have a basic flight plan from St. Augustine, Florida to Tampa, Florida put in. I'm going to turn the unit off. Okay, so we figured it was time for us to demonstrate a few of the features of the upcoming flight management system by FlightDeckSoft. What we want to see here is that the airplane is depicted on the brand new multifunction display, that the airplane is sitting on the ground at KJAX or Jacksonville International Airport. There is no flight plan. We're going to go ahead and build a flight plan from Jacksonville to Atlanta. So we have to go ahead and put the waypoints in. So our origin is Jacksonville. So K, J, A, X. You see how it's populated here. Enter. And that is the correct place. So we're going to accept it. And then we're going to also enter our destination. For Atlanta, it's K, A, T, L. Enter. We're going to confirm and accept that it is the proper airport. Now, typically, we would fill in a departure for our departure airport. And so here we're going to choose runway 8, which is option 1. And we're not going to use a standard instrument departure. We're just going to go back to the route. And now we're going to go to menu again to select an arrival into Atlanta. We're going to choose runway 9 right, option 4. Enter. With the Cinca 6 arrival, which is option 9. Enter. And we're going to use the Alma, Georgia transition, so it's option 1. Enter. For the ILS 9 right approach into Atlanta, option 1. Enter. And then 1 again. Enter. Then we're going to plot the route. And we see we have multiple pages here of our route from Jacksonville to Atlanta. And now you see what you did not see before, which is the actual route with the different waypoints going into Atlanta. There's some things that you need to do to clean up the flight plan. You see there's a flashing no link. We would go in and we would actually clean those up. When you press the delete key, you always have to hit it twice. And now we have a cleaner flight plan. We have another one. Delete twice. And we always take out the end of arrival. Delete twice. And now we have our route ready to fly from Jacksonville to Atlanta.